What is up, everyone? I just wanted to jump on here quickly because I had some aha moments, if you may. You know, life is crazy, right? We all know that. But it's kind of crazy how we go through ups and downs, and right when you think you've gotten through some kind of past trauma or past hurt, and you're like, yeah, I'm doing good, I got this. And you might be doing good, but then something comes up where you're tested and you're challenged, and it comes back up, and you're like, oh, wait. And you see those old emotions and feelings and reactions coming back up, and then you realize, wait a minute, I'm not healed yet. I didn't get through this yet. I'm not done. It's very humbling. So a good example, I guess, would be like, for me, the way I react to specific triggers. I thought that my mindset was so calm and cool and collective, and I got to that place because it took a lot of work to get to that place, and I'm like, man, I got it. And for a long time I did get it, and I had it, but that's because nothing came my way that really tested it. I mean, small things did, and I handled them, but then something came out of nowhere, left hooked me, and I'm like, wow. I'm not completely calm, cool, and collective. Not as calm, cool, and collective as I thought I was. And it humbles you back down. And I guess in all of this, the realization is that our work is never done. There's no such thing as an end and achieving, We're constantly striving and never arriving, but I'm not talking money here. I'm not talking chasing jobs, success. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about our self-work and our self-love and our inner work overall. We're constantly getting better, right? We're constantly learning, we're constantly growing, we're constantly moving forward, because when we stop, we die. Our soul dies. Our soul is meant to evolve. I think we're all put on this planet with a specific purpose, and that purpose, in a sense, in a way, is to expand and grow our soul and to learn more. And this is just my own personal belief. Whatever, this is what I have been led to believe and led to think. So don't take it offensively, but we're put on this planet to have this, to grow our soul, to expand our soul, to learn the lessons we're supposed to learn during this lifetime. But I believe our soul's eternal. So with that said, once our soul comes back to this planet, in whichever form it may come back to this planet in, it's not like we start from zero. Our soul has already learned all the things it learned in its past life, if you may. So it's going to continue learning, growing. And it's like a cycle. It's a process that repeats. So anyways, I guess how I feel about this lifetime right now, I've been humbled so many times. And it's amazing. Sucks sometimes because you're like, fudge, I didn't really grow as much as I thought I grew. But then it gives you another thing to grow on, and another thing to learn and another obstacle to overcome, which is great. So I challenge us today and every day, challenge myself mainly, to take it one step at a time, take it one breath at a time. And I have a tendency of getting a little overwhelmed or getting in my head and looking too far ahead. None of that matters. All we have is what's in front of us. The challenge that's right there, right now in front of us, that's all we have. Everything else is a what if. It's not real. So if you're faced with a challenge, try to take a step back, and that's at least what I'm going to do. So if I'm faced with a challenge, I'm going to try to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. Take a breath before I react, and think twice before I react, whatever it may be. I mean, it could be as simple as stabbing your toe, I remember, and I've come far with this because I haven't been tested yet big enough, I guess, but I'd drop stuff and I'd have a reaction to it. Like I'd kick something, I would have a reaction to it. something else would fall. But it's funny because the universe is going to keep putting those tests in front of you and keep testing you over and over and over again until you pass. So it was, so there'd be days where everything would fall. Do you ever have days like that? Where you just drop everything or you run into everything? It's like you're off balance. Everything just falls. Well, that's the universe testing you and trying to get a different reaction. It's teaching you a lesson. It's getting you to learn to not have an emotional reaction to it. Because we got to detach ourselves from those things. So anyways, in times of struggle, in times of mental challenges, if you may, overwhelming feelings, mental overwhelming feelings, I challenge all of us to step back. Step back, try to look at it from a different perspective, take a deep breath, and not have an emotional reaction to it. Realize that those aren't connected. Realize that the emotional reaction we may have to it is not necessarily connected to our soul. And it's just up here. It's not real. So with that said, I don't know, that's just my 2 cents for today, because the universe is going to humble us back down until we learn, until we grow. It's going to keep pushing us, keep challenging us to grow, to expand every single day, each moment at a time. And it's up to us to see that, embrace it, grow with it, and learn from it. So I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed day. I hope you got something positive out of this. I send love, I send light, positivity your way today. Walk in peace. Be blessed.